Now to your voice, your vote coverage, and WHAS 11's two-day coverage of Kentucky's biggest political event is starting right now tonight. Before the Fancy Farm speeches tomorrow, the headlines are already flying at the dinners tonight for the Democrats and Republicans. Republican Andy Barr says he talked with Mitch McConnell today. And Republican James Comer says he and the president have talked about a potential run for governor for Comer. WHAS 11's political reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez and photojournalist Aspen Hester are live right now in Calvert City, Kentucky at the Kentucky Dam Village Convention Center. Isaiah, this is certainly going to be one of the most watched Fancy Farm picnics in years, and the governor's race could make even more news tomorrow. What about that?
Yeah, Doug, Kentucky's Republican Secretary of State Michael Adams is sort of hinting at a big announcement. He's been rumored as a potential gubernatorial candidate. A lot of storylines going into this weekend, but one that is not lost on anybody is the absence of Senator Mitch McConnell, who is still recovering from that June fall in his Washington, D.C. home.
On the eve of Fancy Farm, a yearly tradition Mitch McConnell cherishes, Congressman Andy Barr tells me he talked with the senator about it over the phone this morning.
He was great. He was great, and we had a great conversation. He was upbeat. He specifically told me he wanted me to tell everybody in West Kentucky how much he loves them and wish he could have been here, but he told me he was looking forward to getting back to work soon. Once the doctors release him from his rehab.
Barr headlined this GOP dinner in West Kentucky alongside Senator Rand Paul and Congressman James Comer, who was asked about McConnell's health updates and whether he should release a video.
Should he do a video? Well, I think, I would do a video, but I'm not the U.S. Senator. I'm just a lowly member of Congress. Hopefully, they'll continue to be more and more transparent because you're elected to do a job. People expect you to be there. If you're not there, you have to explain why you're not there. So
Comer is a likely candidate for governor who's yet to announce, but he tells me he's talked to the president about the race.
I had a good conversation with President Trump 2 weeks ago in the Oval Office, getting a lot of encouragement from state legislators and county judges.
Kentucky's Republican Secretary of State Michael Adams has also been a rumored candidate. Late on Friday, he posted that he has a major announcement to make about Kentucky's future at the Fancy Farm picnic on Saturday. Meanwhile, Rand Paul used his speech to take a victory lap after his Senate committee in Washington pressed Dr. Anthony Fauci about the origins of COVID, threatening to hold him in contempt for pleading the fifth.
Lock him up! Lock him up! Lock him up!
Wonder what we should do. This was all about obscuring his responsibility. This was all about him not admitting that he made a mistake to fund this research.
Meanwhile, across the road here at the Kentucky Dam Village Convention Center, we heard from some prominent Democrats who are making a bit of a resurgence here at Fancy Farm that includes a U.S. Senate candidate as well as two candidates for governor who have already announced.
No, I don't know what in the world is going on with Ms. McConnell. Don't ask. I have no clue. But what I know is we're going to replace Ms. McConnell by retiring his protege in Andy Barr. Winning elections is not easy. It's hard. You got to raise the money. You got to do all this stuff. You got to be on TikTok. But let me tell you where campaigns are won. They're won on the ground and in the trenches. They're won eyeball to eyeball, face to face.
We don't get to choose the General Assembly, and they don't get to choose who their governor is, right? I mean, we just have to work together and to get things done, and to me, that's what I've always been committed to.
Well, Isaiah, these campaigns don't mess around. They load people up on tour buses and haul them right there to Western Kentucky. Two big names that are going to loom large tomorrow that won't be there, Mitch McConnell and Andy Beshear, the governor. Do you know even more why the governor isn't going to be there? I'm sure they'll be taking shots at him.
Yeah, we expect several barbs to be traded here when it comes to Governor Beshear. Doug, we did hear from him in Louisville saying that part of the reason why he couldn't attend, his son has a baseball tournament. He says he doesn't get to attend, doesn't have many of these he can attend before he finishes high school, so he wanted to prioritize that. That's his reason at least in part, for not attending Fancy Farm this weekend.